Does this sound familiar? You're great at your job, you've worked hard in your career, and you know your field inside out. And in your first language, you feel that you express yourself clearly. You engage with people, and people listen to you. But then in English, something changes. It's as if you speak and your words hit a wall. Maybe you're scared to speak up, or even worse, when you do, you feel like you're being ignored. Maybe you're even used to other people stealing your ideas and then repeating them louder and with more confidence. I'm sure you know the kind of colleague that I mean. This is something that I've heard often from the people that I've coached. And I'm a pronunciation and communication coach, by the way, in case you're new here. And sure, not being listened to might be about your English skills, but it also might not be. So in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can control how you sound in English so that people listen to you and actually hear what you're saying. Disclaimer, I'm not here to gaslight you. Sexism, racism, accentism, and other forms of discrimination exist in the workplace and in the wider world. And sometimes you might not be listened to for those reasons. But this episode isn't denying the existence of those factors. On the contrary, my aim is to help you take back some of the control into your own hands and make sure that your voice is impossible to ignore. So, let's get into it. And the first way to control how you sound is to control your voice. And when we speak in another language, we can often fall into the trap of speaking too quickly, perhaps because of nerves, or perhaps from a want of showing that we're competent. And sure, speaking with speed has its time and place. But listen to a TED Talk by any speaker that you find powerful, and you'll notice something. They pause. A lot. They give their words the space to land. A pause is like punctuation for the ears. It lets the listener digest your message before you move on, and it can also make you appear more calm and more in control. And our speed isn't the only thing that changes under pressure. When we're anxious, our pitch tends to rise too. Some studies suggest that the adrenaline might tighten our vocal cords, which can make us speak with a higher pitch and sound more uncertain too, even if our ideas are strong. Here's a quick activity you can try by yourself. Record yourself presenting a topic in your first language and then in English. And notice if there are any differences in your pausing and your pitch patterns. And it's precisely this kind of exercise that takes these tips from passive advice to active improvement. Now, the second way to take control of how you're listened to is by controlling your body. And communication is more physical than we might think. Some research even suggests that up to 65% of what we communicate is nonverbal. But when we switch to another language, we might disconnect from our body and be more in our head. We start analysing everything, and we might forget that our body is still part of the message. Imagine that your body is the frame around a painting. If the frame isn't up to scratch, it doesn't matter how beautiful the art inside it is. People might not be paying attention to it. So before your next meeting or presentation in English, try this quick body grounding exercise. First, feel your feet. Literally, press them into the floor. Then drop your shoulders and let the tension melt away. Unclench your jaw so that your mouth can move more naturally. Then take 1 deep breath in and 1 slow breath out. And when you're grounded and breathing calmly, your voice doesn't just sound different, it feels different. You can try it now even. Pause the video and introduce yourself before taking that breath and after taking that breath. Can you hear how the second one has more authority? And you can do all of this silently, even while other people are talking. And it signals to your nervous system that you're safe And that calm confidence travels straight into your voice and into how people hear and perceive you. Finally, the third way to ensure that people listen to you is to control your language. And English is a rhythm-based language, so we don't pronounce every syllable equally. We dance between strong beats and weak beats. And this is the only time you'll see English people with rhythm, by the way. Have you seen us dancing? So when you speak, try to pay attention to the musicality and the stress of the language. Try to hit the important words clearly, those words that carry meaning, and let the small grammatical words shrink and link everything together smoothly. Listen to this sentence and repeat it after me. We need to present the results of the report. Slow down. We need to present the results of the report. Notice how those small words, to, the, of, are actually pronounced t, the, of, with tiny little sounds. Well, that sound is the schwa sound, and you can think of this sound as the heartbeat of English rhythm. And this rhythm helps keep your listener focused on the important words of your sentence, the ones that carry the main meaning of your message. And as well as rhythm, clear pronunciation is like a gateway to attention. And of course, you don't need to have native-like pronunciation. But you do need a certain level of clear and consistent pronunciation. This way, people can listen to what you're saying and focus on your message, rather than the English that you're using to deliver it. So, to recap, how to speak in English so that people listen to you. Well, you can control your voice with reasonable speed, timely pauses, and a calm pitch. You can control your body by using grounding, breathing, and relaxation techniques for your body and face muscles. And you can control your language, focusing on intentional rhythm and clear pronunciation. And your voice, your body, and your language kind of work together in a triangle, with your voice carrying your tone, your body carrying your confidence, and your language carrying your meaning. And when your voice, your body, and your language are all aligned, it becomes so much easier to start commanding attention in English. So let's end with a little challenge. Next time you're speaking in English, whether it's in a meeting, a presentation, or you can even try doing it on your own, if you can, record it. Listen back to it and ask yourself, do I sound like someone that I would want to listen to? And if the answer isn't a resounding yes, then it might be time to revisit your triangle of your voice, your body, and your language. Because being heard in English isn't about perfection. It's about connection. And connection comes so much more easily when you sound clear, grounded, and in control of how you sound. And that's it for this episode. And if you'd like more practical ways to build your confident voice in English, you can download my free clear pronunciation guide at growyourenglish.com, where you'll also be able to explore my one-on-one coaching, group sessions, and online courses, all designed to help you sound clear and confident in English. And as always, you can download the vocabulary notes and the full transcript of this episode at growyourenglish.com for free. So see you in the next episode. Take care.